Today we are going to talk about Avyna's developers. Starting to talk what a developer is. A developer, which is hydrogen peroxide, is the activator we use with bleach and dye to lift levels by removing the melanin from the hair. The volumes we use control the power in which we want the bleach or dye to act and control the levels we want to lift. How do developers work? Developers help the color penetrate the hair shaft and become permanent by opening the cuticle. So here you have the three layers of the hair shaft: the cuticle, which is the outer layer of the hair shaft, the cortex that is in the middle, and the medulla that is the inner one. So the medulla is it may be absent in most of the hairs. It's gonna appear only like in coarse hair. And the cuticle, which has these scales, you need a developer for it to open, and so you can penetrate the color, so you can make that deposit of color in the cortex, which it makes it a permanent color, or to extract the melanin, the pigment, from the cortex. So if you're using higher volumes, you're gonna get more oxidation, so you're gonna lift color. If you use low volumes, you're gonna get less oxidation and you're gonna make only a color deposit. So higher the volume equals more damage to the hair. The lower the volume, you lesser the damage. So please consider the conditions of the hair. This means if it has previous chemical treatments, the density of the hair, which can be low, medium, and high, the texture of the hair, which can be fine, medium, or coarse, and the porosity, which can be low or high. In Avyna we have from 6 volumes to 40 volumes, and we have a version of 40 volumes Platino, which has violet color, and we have them in 33 ounces. Hydrogen peroxide, or developer strength, is typically measured in volumes of oxygen liberated per volume of solution. This strength uses percentages to indicate the percentage of peroxide. So you can see that percentage here, and I gave you all the percentages from 6 to 40 volumes. The levels you're going to lift are different if you're using bleach or if you're using permanent color. With 6 volumes, you're going to use it as a deposit only. So here you're going to make a toner or glazes. If you use it with bleach, you can lift up to 2 levels. When you use 10 volumes, it would slightly open the cuticle and allow for moderate penetration of color. 10 volumes can be also used for deposit color. However, it will not offer much gray hair coverage or lift. If you use it with color, it can lift from half to 1 level and offers great blending. 10 volumes is also the default developer for many toners and glazes. However, keep in mind that this higher volume developer means a possible shift to the natural base color. So if you want to use it as a deposit only, I recommend to apply it on damp hair, because the water in damp hair is gonna lower the volumes. So if it's 10 volumes, it's gonna lower to 7 or 8 volumes. 20 volume is likely the most used developer in the salon. So it will give you from 1.5 to 2 levels of lift when you're using permanent hair color. It is the standard developer for gray hair coverage. However, a stronger developer may be needed for more resistant hair types. When used with bleach, 20 volumes is a powerful tool, lifting from 1 to 9 levels, depending on the bleach, the method of application, developing time, and hair type or the condition of the hair. 20 volumes is the highest level of developer that should be used on the scalp with bleach, as the scalp produces more heat and increases the power of the developer. So 30 and 40 volumes are totally forbidden for bleach. 30 volume developer is ideal for lifting from 2.5 to 3 levels using permanent hair color, depending on the texture of the hair. It can also be used for gray hair coverage or on more resistant hair types. When used with bleach and foils, 30 volume works fast and may incur the risk of overprocessing the hair. This developer is more ideal for open air processing, which incubates less heat, and do not use an external source of heat. 40 volume can be used with permanent hair color and high lift color to give 3 to 4 levels of lift, depending on the power of the color and the texture of the hair. So this one is ideal for super lighteners. Open air processing such as balayage is ideal for 40 volume developer as it allows for maximum lift but the control of less heat. And you cannot use it with foils. It can be a dangerous combination of bleach and foils, and of course do not use an external source of heat. Here you have the color formulation and the bleach formulation. In the color formulation, the traditional one, the mixing ratio is going to be 1 plus 1.5. You can use developer from 10 to 40 volumes. The developing time is 30 minutes. Toner or glazes is 1 plus 2, the mixing ratio. You're going to use OXYCREAM, that is our developer, from 6 or 10 volumes. The developing time, depending on what you're using, it could be from 5 to 20 minutes if you're using a mixed tone. Gray hair coverage is going to be the mixing ratio 1 plus 1.5. Here you're normally going to use 20 volumes, developing time 50 minutes. And here you're going to use our shades 00, which are the ones for gray hair coverage. Depending on the percentage of gray you have, you're going to use the 00 in the same percentage. And you're going to add this percentage of shade or reflection. Super lighteners, the mixing ratio is 1 plus 2. Here you're going to use the dyes at a level 11 and 12. And I recommend using 40 volumes but platinum. The developing time is going to be 15 minutes. And if you're working with color, it's really important to respect the developing time. But with bleach formulation, here you have the maximum amount of time you can leave it on. But you don't have to respect this time. Actually, the hair can be ready, the color, the lift can be ready in less time. So here you have 3 types of bleach. You have in crema, that this one is a cream. It is ideal for sensitive scalps to work with the scalp to bleach close to the scalp. For fine hair or over-processed hair is going to lift up to 7 levels, and you can use developer from 10 to 40 minutes. Developing time is going to be maximum 60 minutes. The Colorado, which is a blue powder, you're going to use a developer from 10 to 40 volumes. It's going to lift up to 8 levels, and the developing time is going to be from 30 to 45 minutes. And you have the Colorado Plus 9. This one is our most stronger bleach, so it is not recommended to use it with 40 volumes. I will use it only 10 to 30 volumes. It's gonna lift up to 9 levels, and the developing time is gonna be 15 to 45 minutes. Always, when you are using bleach especially, always use a bond builder. We have Additive X, so you're gonna find it as Additive X Uno and Due. Uno is the one that you're gonna add to the mix, and Due is gonna seal the process. I have a video talking about our Additive X. And it's also really recommended to make a patch test to verify that your client is not allergic to the chemicals you're going to use, and a test strand when you're working with high volumes. So here when you're working with bleach, you have to check every 15 to 20 minutes to see how your color is going, the elasticity of the hair, and the color you are getting.